Swinging in the breeze was a bright red scarf. It was wrapped around a branch on a maple tree near the fence. It wasn't there when George arrived. That meant someone put it out there in the last few minutes. I opened the patio door, looked around, then walked over to the tree. It stood just 20 feet from my house. I easily pulled the scarf from the limb and recognized it immediately. It was a scarf identical to the one Ramosa used to lure Charles into the grove in Red Scarlet Night, my second book in the series. What the hell is going on? I rushed upstairs to my closet to see if this was my scarf, the one that inspired the story, or another one. Hanging on the hook in the back was my scarf. Looking at them next to each other, I could see small color and texture differences. Relieved, I sat down on the bed to think things through. 2 items that were for my first 2 novels appear the day I finished my new novel. George insisted he hadn't told anyone, but he must have let it slip somewhere, right? Was someone trying to tell me I should have been writing about Ramosa instead? Maybe some rabid fan hacked my online storage account and read the manuscript. But how could they get this close to me? The door. I realized I forgot to close the patio door. I couldn't shake it. The idea of someone, even George, coming into my house without me knowing it kind of freaked me out. I live alone, and I like it that way. A friend long ago had suggested I get a dog so I wouldn't be vulnerable, but I've never felt I needed that. I grew up with 4 brothers, and I'm a black belt. That's how I know Ramosa knows her stuff. Maybe I've written too many of her adventures, but seeing the symbol gave me the tingles. It wasn't a weird joke or a hint about finishing my manuscript. It was a message, a warning, a sign. Something. And I needed to figure it out fast. So instead of relaxing on the porch, I began searching everything. I pulled out all the boxes, cans, and bags of food in the cabinets. I examined every bottle, frozen microwave meal, and vegetable label in the fridge. Once the kitchen was clear and no other evidence was found, I moved into the living room. I tossed every pillow, flipped through every magazine, I looked over and under every knickknack. Nothing. Now I was getting angry. Just when I was going to search my office, George arrived. I swung the door open and stomped back to my office to pick up the manuscript for him. Here, I said, shoving it roughly into his chest. I can hear the trees crying from here, so you better shred and recycle that when you're done. Whoa! Is this because of the banana thing? You know that was because I was under pressure too, right? I thought some comic relief would help you with your creativity, he said. Did you do the tin too? His forehead furrowed into horizontal lines, and his eyes bugged out just a little. Classic confused George. I knew it hadn't been him. Who did you tell, George? Who did you tell, and how the hell do they know where I live?